It's now recording.
Oh my god.
So basically today we are looking at building up this idea of linear graphs, right? So we're going to do some highlighting together. So grab your highlighter. Okay. So when we look at rules in particular, you've kind of done this in our last topic when we did equations without knowing, right? So a rule is an equation that describes a relationship between two or more variables. And when we talk about variables, we're talking about the letters like X and Y. They're the two main ones we're going to look at. But any letters that are in an equation together, we're actually talking about relationships. I'm just going to move myself because I don't like watching myself either. Okay. All right. So the next thing is a linear relationship, which is what we're doing in this topic. All right, will result in a straight line graph. Okay. So all the graphs, that's a H. All the graphs we're dealing with are going to be straight lines. So when you're drawing up your graphs, if you find they're a bit crooked, you need to go back and check. You should. That's why I said bring your rulers, because everything will be straight. So for example, for two variables, a linear rule is often written with y as a subject. So for example, y equals x. Okay. I can add some more. So maybe we can also go y equals 2x plus 1. Okay. Y equals x divided by 5. Okay. What else can we do? Y equals x squared plus x. Okay. So you kind of get the gist of it. It's y equals and then a bunch of things with an x in it. Okay. Now, one way to graph a linear relationship using a rule is to follow these steps. So the steps we're going to do is we're going to construct a table of values, finding a y coordinate for each given x coordinate by substituting each x coordinate into the rule given. I'll show you how to do all this. Then we're going to plot the points on a given table on a set of axes. Okay. Then we will draw a line through the points to complete the graph. So they're the three skills we're going to look at today. And you know each one because you did tables of values last year. You'll know when you see when we do them. You know how to substitute. We did that in an earlier topic. Plotting points, we started that topic by practicing putting points on a Cartesian plane and drawing a line through stuff. Well, you did that in prep. Okay, so in prep, yeah. You join two dots together with a ruler. Yeah. It was a joke. Right. Now, for the rule, y equals 2x plus 3, find the y coordinate for these x coordinates. So this is one of the steps you're going to do. So I just want to remind you how to do it. So what we're going to do is substitute this x equals 1 into this equation. So I'll start by writing it. Y equals 2x plus 3. Okay. Then I'm going to substitute x equals 1 into my equation. So y equals, now 2x, what does that mean? 2 times x, so 2 times, and then substitute 1 for the x, plus 3. I normally would go down, but I've run out of space. I'll just do it here. So y equals 2 times 1, which is 2, plus 3, which is 5. So in this case, y equals 5. So when x equals 1, y equals 5. So my coordinate is going to be 1, because my x comes first, comma, 5. So remember your x is your first coordinate, y is your second coordinate. Okay, so if you're given the value, like this is the ideal. You get given an x value and you work it out. So this one, x equals negative, I'll do this one next. X equals negative 5. So write your rule, y equals 2x plus 3. Substitute x equals negative 5 into this. So y equals 2 times negative 5 plus 3. And of course, as some of you are pretty good at it already, you could do this in your head when we do a table of values. Okay? 2 times negative 5 is negative 10 plus 3. And then negative 10 plus 3 is negative 7. So my coordinate is going to be what? Good. So minus 5, because that's what your x value is. And your y value is minus 7. Any questions about that so far? So you're given the x value, and then you have to work out what the y value is by putting it into the equation. You're all very capable of doing that. Now, next one. This one's presented a bit differently. 0, comma, what? So still the same idea. That's your x coordinate. That's your y coordinate. Okay? So what we're actually looking at is x equals 0. What's y going to be? So substitute x equals 0 into your equation. Y equals 2x plus 3. So write the equation. Put the 0 in. Y, or substitute the 0 in. Y equals 2 times 0 plus 3. 2 times 0 is 0. So y is just going to be equal to 3. So what's my coordinate, guys?
0, 3.
0, 3. Great. So far, so good? Yeah, okay. Last thing, same deal. So the x coordinate is 11. What's the y coordinate? So I'm just going to write it out fully, like so. Write my equation, 2x plus 3, substitute it in. 2 times 11 plus 3. So that's going to be 22 plus 3, which is 25. I've done that really fast, so don't stress if you can't do it at the same speed. Then what's my coordinate?
11, 25.
Great. 11 and 25. And remember, write your coordinates with the brackets and stuff as well. Okay? So x coordinate first, y coordinate second. Okay, so we are going to draw, this time use a table of values and do what we did in example 1. So I'll just give you a moment to jot this down. Are we okay with this?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Anyone still going? I'll just scroll up so we can still see this. Okay. So this one, it says draw the graph for that same rule for the values of x from -3 to 3. So don't stress about the graph underneath, because actually I moved this space deliberately so you'd have more space to do your writing. So we're going to, so I always say start with 0 because it's the easiest one, and we did it already, but I'll just do it again. I say start with 0 and then do the positive values, and then actually what you'll find is there's a pattern and you can kind of work out what goes next. So we'll start with x equals 0. So write out which one you're doing. Substitute it into the equation given. So y equals 2x plus 3. Okay. Substitute it in. We just did this up there, but I'll just do it again. 2 times 0 plus 3. So y equals 3. So we put that 3 into the table of values. Okay. Then do x plus 1. Oh, x equals 1, sorry. So x equals 1. I should have actually gone this table of values. You've got x values at the top and y values underneath, and the aim of the game is to fill in the y values, okay, when we're doing these table of values. So x equals 1, we're going to work out what the y value is by substituting it into the equation. So y equals 2x plus 3, y equals 2 times 1 plus 3, and that's going to make y equals 5. And so I'll put the 5 there. Some of you might be able to predict what the next one might be, but we have to test it. I always say you got to do at least 3 to know the trend. Okay, maybe even 4 sometimes. So we'll do x equals 2 next. Y equals 2 times 2 plus 3. So that's going to be 4 plus 3, which is 7. Does anyone see a pattern? Yeah, it's going up by 2 each time. So if you kind of reach a point where you go, oh, I think I know what's happening, you don't have to substitute every single value in. If you can see the pattern, just fill it in. So what's the x equals 3? What's y going to be? 9, because you're adding 2 there. Okay. Going the other way, what's going to happen? Yeah, we're going to do the opposite. So we're going to have to minus 2 to work out what it's going to be. So what's -1? So when x is -1, what's y going to be? 1, good. When x equals -2, what's y going to be? -1. So we're taking away 2 each time. That should be plus 2 there. -3, beautiful. Okay. So yeah, when you do a table of values, if you see a pattern, I always at least 3. Do at least 3. 2 kind of gives you a hint, but you never know what's going to happen after that. So do minimum 3. Now, from here, just to translate what's happening in this table, these are coordinates. So over here, you've got your x coordinates -3, your y coordinates 3. So where will I write it? I'm just going to squeeze it in here. That translates to -3, -3. This second set of points, so -2, -1, translates to -2, -1 like that. Okay, so that's what the table of values is showing. I don't expect you to necessarily write the points out like this, but I'm just showing you because I'm writing the example. Okay, so I might squeeze them in if I can. So 0, 3. This one here is 1, 5. This is 2, 7. And this is 3, 9. Okay, so these are the points you're going to plot on your graph. Okay, now over the page, when you're ready for it, I have prepared one in advance for you. I've done this one for you because we're going to keep practicing. Yes?
Well, that's what the graph.
Yeah, just go over. It's over the page. Yeah, yeah. So this is over your page. I just put it on mine, same page, so I didn't have to scroll. Yeah. Now we imagine you've plotted them. So this one here. Now plot means you have to put each point down, label it, and then join them together with a ruler. So I've just kind of taken the liberty just to speed things up a bit of plotting this one for you. Oops. So you need to label your points. So I'm just going to squeeze them in here. So do you want to take a moment to label each of these points with the coordinates we've come up with from the table of values? So that's 1, 5, oops, 2, 7, and 3, 9. Okay. So plotting means each point must be drawn. So it's not a matter of drawing 2 points and joining it up. Yes. Next page. Yeah. Yeah, I just put it on the same one for me, so it's all of them. Yeah. Then get your ruler and join all those points up. I'm going to attempt to do it on mine, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So, not bad. No, fail. Now, when you plot them and join them, you want to have a couple of things, guys, thank you. You want to have a couple of things. You want to have an arrow at each end because lines are infinite. So you want to show that. So when you join your points up, extend it beyond the dots. Oh, that's gone crooked. Just imagine they've joined up. It's gone crooked after I said it. And then you also need to write the equation, like the name of it. So it is called, this one up here. So it's called y equals 2x plus 3. So you need to label what that line is. Okay. Somewhere on that graph you need to label it. So I've written it down the bottom because that's where my space is, but you write it where your space is. Okay. So plot the points, label each coordinate, join it with a line, write the name of the equation on it for labeling purposes. Okay. Any questions about that? Okay, so let's do a few more examples. So you kind of got the gist of everything.
Wait, what's the one above the minus 3, minus 3? Minus 2?
Minus 2, minus 1. I just wrote it in number. That's okay. So like essentially what I've done is these are coordinates, and then I've plotted that one there, that one there, that one there, and so I would enjoy them all together. Yeah, cool. Okay, so next thing, this is not over your page, but over my page. Fill in the table of values, then plot the graph, join your points, and label your graph. So let's start by filling in the table of values. So this is our equation, y equals x plus 1. Okay. So again, pick 0. Start with the 0 because it saves time. So when x equals 0, y is going to be, I'll just start by writing the equation and substitute it in. So y equals x minus 1, y equals 0 minus 1. So y equals negative 1. So put negative 1 in there. Okay. Then do x equals 1. So y equals x minus 1. Okay. So then 0 equals 1 minus 1. So y equals 0. So this one's going to be 0 here. I think we can almost guess what this is going to be, but we need one more to kind of give us the evidence. So x equals 2. I'm just going to squeeze it in here. Y equals 2 minus 1. So y equals 1. What's the pattern? Yeah, well, if we go left to right, let's do it left to right. Yeah, so this is adding 1 this way. So to work out the other ones, we're going to have to subtract 1. So this one's going to be negative 2. This one's going to be negative 3. So to match our pattern of adding 1 this way. Then hopefully this works out, but then we can plot our points. I'll just write the coordinates out because since these are our notes. So we've got here -2, -3 for that first one. Then we've got -1, -2. Then 0, -1, 1, 0, and 2, 1. Okay. Then we're going to plot these points. So take a moment, guys. I'll give you a minute or two to plot all of these points. I've disappeared from the camera. That's better. Okay, so -2, -3. Mark that point in. -1, -2. Guys, you're right? Yep, we're just plotting these points. 0, -1. And see how, as I'm plotting them, they're all in a straight line. If you notice they're not, then go back and check your answers. So 2 and 1. Get a ruler, join them together. Okay, guys, you're right. We're going to plot these and join them. Come on, keep up. Plot these, join them together like so. We need to label the coordinates as well. So, I should have written it just once, so I've made it hard for myself. That's all right. -1, -2, 0, -1, 1, 0, 2, 2, 1. And then label your line as well with the equation. So y equals x minus 1. I'll just give you a moment to catch up with that. I'm actually going to pause this video.